On the 51st anniversary of the passing of John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, Ian McKellen has been officially approached to portray Gandalf in yet another Lord of the Rings film. Wes, hi everybody, and welcome to yet another video. Well then, my dear friends, please look at the screen. On the anniversary, the 51st anniversary of the passing of Professor John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, they have announced that Sir Ian McKellen, has been officially approached to reprise his role as Gandalf in Andy Serkis's new The Lord of the Rings films. Now, is it a bad omen? I don't know. I'm not sure, my dear friends. I originally wanted to do a in memoriam video about, the anniversary that we have today, but I suppose I can do it later today. I can upload 2 videos, right? So, people will be asking me what I think about this, and we have had this news kind of around for quite some time. It's been a rumor. Quite obviously, we know that Peter Jackson and Andy Serkis, they are going to be working on another film from the world of Professor Tolkien, and it is going to be The Hunt for Gollum. It's going to be set basically in the time period of the Fellowship of the Ring, right? In one of those long periods of time when Gandalf left the Shire. It was, I think, was it 17 years after Bilbo's 111th birthday? It was just before Frodo left the Shire. Because if you've read the books, you know that Gandalf left for long periods of time, and a long time actually passed between Bilbo's departure from the Shire and Frodo's departure from the Shire. There has been not really a time compression in the films, but it wasn't said, it wasn't stated how long it's been between those 2 events. However, during that time, of course, Gandalf went on his travels, and he was researching and, looking for discovering, the truth behind the rumors of the One Ring, of Sauron getting back to his power, of him returning, and quite obviously, gradually he got to know that all about the ring, that Gollum had it, and then Bilbo, and he was afraid. He was afraid that Gollum would be apprehended by the forces of Sauron, and that he would tell on Bilbo. Yes, so that's the book. Does it deserve a film? We really shouldn't speak about the fact if it does deserve an adaptation. I mean, it's one of the best books ever written in the history of mankind. If anything deserves to be treated with respect, it's the works of Professor Tolkien. And that's the problem, right? If you know my channel, you know that the adaptations is my least favorite type of film or TV show or whatever. I just do not really like the word adaptation at this point. Especially then after what we've seen in the last couple of years. And I have always been saying that, yes, just one in a life opportunity. It's just one, in lifetime, history, whatever, 100 years, 1,000 years, that such a great feat as Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings can be made. And of course, it is a tremendously awesome adaptation. Yes, looking past all the changes. Yes, I know. And I have got on my channel a lot of videos about the differences between the books and the films. I've got even a playlist of videos that I made a couple of years ago already. I stopped doing them because there's just so many changes, right? So I would have to make 1,000 videos just talking in depth about the adaptation. But it remains the truth that The Lord of the Rings by Peter Jackson, the trilogy remains one of the greatest accomplishments in the history of movie making, and that those films are masterpieces that are forever carved in the history of filmmaking, and that he did approach the source material with utmost respect. This being said, they really haven't been able to repeat this success, repeat that which they did 20 years ago. Nobody did, not even Peter Jackson. And from what we can see at the making of this video, watching the trailer for The War of the Rohirrim, which I have covered multiple times, which they once again are just taking a nameless character from the appendices that appeared there in about one sentence, making an entire story about her. And when we see what they're doing with, the Rings of Power, I would just let it sleep. I would just let Tolkien sleep. I don't have any faith in it. I'm not interested. Quite obviously, being interested in something or wanting something is an extremely subjective thing. You, my dear friends, might want to see this adaptation. You might be curious about it. What do I think about the casting? Ian McKellen. I mean, they don't have to mask him up too much anymore, like they did 20 years ago. And if so, it is still going to be apparent that he is older. It was in The Hobbit. I mean, it was apparent that Ian McKellen was older when he played Gandalf in The Hobbit than he was in The Lord of the Rings. So our dear old Olorin is getting younger, apparently. As the more backwards we go. Did you know what I mean, right? So, what did I want to say? Did I say it the other way around? Well, he looked younger in The Lord of the Rings. That's right, that's correct. Okay, that's what I want to say. And that's, of course, after The Hobbit, so there you go. And then we're going to set a film in, the events of The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and he suddenly is going to look like 25 years older. I know, we have CGI, we have masks and stuff, but that's not really the matter. The looks, I know, they have CGI, they have masks, so on and so forth. And what about Viggo Mortensen? He has been approached and he hasn't said no. He said that basically the same thing that which you can see on the screen that Ian McKellen said, that they would see, when they see the script. So, yeah, I myself would like to see the script. So, all in all, the finishing thoughts are good for Ian McKellen. I love the actor. If it makes him happy, if it brings him a huge check, if he wants to do it, if it happens, it's just all power to him. And all power to Viggo Mortensen, and all power to Andy Serkis, and all power to Peter Jackson. I respect these men, all four of them. However, I do not, myself, personally, have any faith in any more adaptations of the work of John Ronald Reuel Tolkien. Oh, that's it. Right, so let me know in the comments down below what you think, and that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.